Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to take a look at Dragon Priest. Even though a lot of good dragons and dragon synergy cards rotated out of standard format in spring, Dragon Priest just will not die. And it's pretty good time to be playing Dragon Priest also because Queststroke was just nerfed and Queststroke was a pretty bad matchup for Dragon Priest. In fact, it's a disastrous matchup for Dragon Priest when executed well. This is a Dragon Priest list that I've been playing recently and I like it a lot. So this Dragon Priest list, first thing when playing Dragon Priest you want to activate dragon synergies. Some Dragon Priest lists are some kind of control dragon hybrids that only want to activate the dragon synergies quite late in the game. But this is a more mid-range type of list, so you want to activate those synergies reliably already in the early game. That's why this deck is currently running 8 dragons. So there is Ysera, there's 2 Primordial Drakes, a Bookworm, 2 Dragonid Operatives, and 2 Twilight Drakes. And these help activate also the Netherspite Historians that already come out on turn 2 sometimes. So this kind of 8 dragon setup is very reliable in activating the synergies. Some people think that 7 dragons is enough, they want to run 7 dragon lineup, then you run the risk that you're sometimes whiffing on your synergies, but you're still fairly reliable. So in this list there is the potential to cut Ysera in order to get some more early game, like another copy of Potion of Madness or maybe another copy of Shadow Word Death. That's one tweak that you can do to this list. Ysera is a bit of a tech choice really in Dragon Priest. It's great against other priest decks, it's good against many of the control decks as well. So this is kind of an anticipation of the increased number of control decks after the Queststroke nerf. But there are still also lots of aggro decks around, so Ysera is one card that you can cut if you're looking for some changes. This list is able to generate tons of value. Of course there is that Ysera, then there's Elise the Trailblazer and the Ungoro Pack. Ungoro Pack and Elise the Trailblazer is really a card that you want to run in any kind of priest deck really. You can't really build a priest fast enough to not make it worthwhile. Elise and comboing that with Shadow Visions, you can create more Ungoro Packs. That's just such a huge value generator. Then there's Dragonid Operative, you get more cards from the opponent's deck. There's Curious Glimmerroot, you get even more cards from your opponent's deck. And there's Netherspite Historian, which gives you more dragons, often giving you Dragonid Operatives, which give you even more cards from your opponent's deck. So this is a deck that does not easily run out of resources. This version of the list is somewhat geared against Mage. There are 2 Priests of the Feast for additional healing that will let you heal out of the reach of the Mage. And there's also a Gluttonous Ooze to remove that Atiesh from Medivh the Guardian. And Gluttonous Ooze can also help you stabilize against some of the more aggressive decks like a Pirate Warrior, so it's a multi-purpose card. So what does your Mulligan look like when you're playing this deck? And generally you're going to be defending in the early game, so you're looking for cards like Northshire Cleric, Potion of Madness, Radiant Elemental and Shadow Word Pain to help carry you through those early turns. Shadow Word Pain is especially important against stuff like Aggro Druid, so that you can kill a Innervated Vicious Fledgling. Potion of Madness is especially important against Pirate Warrior, because they have minions that are very susceptible to that one. Then there is Powered Shield, which you can sometimes keep. Say if you have a Radiant Elemental, then I would keep Powered Shield as well, because then I could play Radiant Elemental on 2 and a free Powered Shield on top of that, making it 2/5. But I would never keep Powered Shield without those early game minions already in hand. In the rare case that you know that you are going to be the beatdown, the other deck is a slow control deck, then you can look for stuff like Twilight Drake and Dragonid Operative, so that you can start to get that value train rolling in the mid game. Make a big Twilight Drake, get the Dragonid Operative down, steal something from their deck, maybe play that one if it's a minion, that kind of stuff, and then just start rolling from there. The main win condition of this deck is this resource generation and the pressure that it can apply to that, and not running out of resources. Resource generation, from the mid game on, there's going to be so much pressure from this deck. Drake, Operative, Elise, Primordials, then Ysera. You can just keep crunching and keep crunching. and you have the tools to survive most of the time, at least to that mid-game position. Against aggressive decks you typically just survive, and then you win if you survive. So the early removal, and then if you get in good shape to positions where you can start using your area of effect damage. You have Dragonfire Potion here, you have Primordial Drakes here, which is also a big taunt minion. Then you can pretty safely start winning that game against aggro. Overall, this deck is a lot of fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed playing this deck, and I hope you will as well. Let's go look at some gameplay to see what this deck really looks like in action. And if you enjoyed this video, then please like it and subscribe to my channel for more. And let's go take a look at that gameplay. Facing a Shaman. User is going to be too slow. Not sure if the Cleric is able to do things either. But I could try with the Cleric and the Glimmer Root. Cleric is reasonably likely to get me a card. Cleric on 1. Shaman has limited means to deal with it. Cleric is not that great at actually killing any of Shaman's stuff. It can do something. Say he goes a Primal Fin Totem, well then I can just take away the 1/1. I can't really touch the totem itself. You can just play a 1-drop into Flamedown Totem or something next turn, for example. Got the Primal Fin Totem out. That is pretty good. Definitely some potential right there. Because I still need some more cards. And I can't keep this up, I have to do other things as well. So next turn I probably won't be able to draw a card. I guess I will need to commit the Glimmer Root. He could play Jade Claws. He can't kill the Cleric this turn, but he can kill it next turn. That's also pretty good. I can't draw cards, I don't think I can afford that. I need to play the Glimmer Root. I need to get more board presence here. And Jade Claws is the card that he's going to have in his deck. So now he's most likely going to be able to kill the Cleric. When it went down to 2 health, that means that he can deal with it with the Jade Claws, for example. Or with that. That also works. But he cannot kill the Glimmer Root if he kills the Cleric. Unless he has a Lightning Bolt. Or Patches. Okay, Patches will let him kill the Glimmer Root. I see. No, that's a scary spot to be in. Well, do I want to overload myself? Even if I overload myself, I still cannot remove either of the totems. Or I can play a 4/7 Twilight Drake. He could have a Devolve. He could also Jade Lightning it and trade into Primal Fin. So playing into 4/7 is quite possible for him. But if I play Jade Claws, I'm very limited in what I can do. That Healing Totem is actually pretty good for him right now. I guess I could Jade Claws down the Healing Totem. That is an option. It's not a bad option at all. I think I'll do that. I'll Jade Claws down this Healing Totem here. I'll also play the Radiant Elemental. So now he can obviously take some value trades. Or not value, he can trade this into the Radiant Elemental if he likes. Then he can use the Primal Fin Totem to kill the Jade Golem. Or he could have some AoE or something. It's no longer getting healed, so I have the option to kill it with the claws. unless he has a taunt. Now I cannot kill it with the claws. Okay. And Twilight Drake is now going to be only a 4/6. It still challenges the minions somewhat. And that's just wrong position for the Firefly. Well, maybe it's okay. I guess this is the Twilight Drake turn. Okay. So he has 7 plus 15, he has 22 if he has Bloodlust. He could go in with the Bloodlust now, put me down to 4. That would mean that I have to, if he has another Bloodlust or Jade Lightning in hand, for example, because I would have to heal and I would have to do something about the board. So this rules out the Bloodlust play, which lets me Dragonfire Potion this board next turn. I get rid of both Flame Tongues, which is nice. But do I need him to overcommit? He's not overcommitting. He's playing this one so far pretty good. Especially if he has something like, oh well, that thing from below was completely unnecessary. I think that was pretty heavy overcommitment to Priest's turn 6. So now I'm just going to Dragonfire Potion this board away. And now it was really good that I got rid of a thing from below. But if he has like double Gangster Evolve to follow this up, then obviously then he's back to the driver's seat. Seriously? I guess he doesn't have Evolve then. I mean, just dropping that Evolve is a no-brainer here, if he has it. Okay, he didn't have Evolve, but I assumed, then I put him down as having a Bloodlust. I kill 1, he has 5 plus 9, 14. Can't play Bloodlust, yeah. I guess this is fine. Priest of the Feast Shadow Visions is fine here. Heals me up a little bit. Puts a pretty sturdy target on the board. So I can Shadow Visions and look for either a Potion of Madness or a Dragonfire Potion. Well, I couldn't find the Potion of Madness. So under these circumstances, I believe the Dragonfire Potion is the choice. I will kill one of these anyway. Just in case he top decks an Evolve. He obviously didn't have Evolve last turn. So it's 10% for him to top deck Evolve. I think it's worth taking 2 damage to play around that, and also play around Bloodlust a little bit. We're going out more tomorrow actually. He cannot have an Evolve. Or can he? I'd just be so surprised if he had an Evolve here. No Evolve. Then I put him as having a Blood. But this don't make sense regarding Bloodlust either. I just have no idea what he has there. But I think Dragonfire Potion is going to be kept for future, and Primordial Drake is the play now. Gets rid of his entire board, gives a target that's really not the target that you want to devolve. And turn a 4/8 taunt into a 7-drop. It gains more stats and usually loses taunt. Unless it becomes a Bog Creeper, then it just gains stats and keeps taunt. It has to be just a regular Evolve Shaman, right? I probably want to keep this dragon in case I find a Dragonid Operative. But that obviously doesn't mean that I'm going to continue winning all of the games. Now he could kill this with Jade Claws, Jade Lightning, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, no, I cannot fit the Radiant Elemental into this. I'm actually not even sure if I want the pack yet or not. I guess I can play the Radiant Elemental too. Twilight Drake is probably going to be there for the eventualities that I top deck Dragonid Operative. Matsuki, could Lyre fit in this deck? Yes, it could, but I think this is better without. This is a more mid-rangey deck, so I don't really want to save my spells for Lyra anyway. But the Lyra is definitely an option. Some people use Lyra in this. I think Elise is better because Elise has such good synergy with Shadow Visions. And that's Jade Lightning, right? Yep, that's Jade Lightning, so hitting it here means that he has a Maelstrom Portal in hand. Oh, that Crystalline Oracle is pretty good. Because I still have stuff like Uzera in my deck. And if he gets an Uzera and plays that, I can't remove it. Now I got my Uzera, so he cannot get that anyway. Okay, so I put that one as a Bloodlust. There are some alternatives, but Bloodlust seems like the most probable one. I could just play Uzera here. Not sure if that's strong enough. This one goes down to 5 health. He might find a way to kill it. We'll see. I think I'll play Uzera here. Let's go to Uzera. Start generating some value. Obviously he can devolve Uzera into an 8-drop, and 8-drops are pretty good. So you don't want to do that one either. Now you can probably, if you can find any bit of extra damage, you can kill the Primordial Drake. You are already pretty close. But both Flame Tongue Totems are gone and both Maelstrom Portals are gone, so it has to be Jade Lightning. Not bad, not bad. I guess this is going to be the Shadow Word Death. He still has another Evolve left in the deck. Alternatively, I could just run this one in and Dragonfire Potion the board. Keep the Shadow Word Death. I think I actually like that. That applies more pressure. Let's do it like this. I'll just Dragonfire Potion here. Then I'll look for some more dragons. And I find... interesting dragons. I guess Nostormo is going to be the play here. And just hit some face and heal this one up. He can still kill it if it objects Jade Lightning. Nightmare and a Dream. So I have 9 on board. Yeah, this is shaping up nicely. It's shaping up nicely so far. Not the Primordial Drake, I don't need that one right now. I think I want to remove the minions. Remove this minion, remove that minion. Hit face. Play Nostormo. This seems like a plan. 12 plus 4, that's 16, 17 damage on board. And I have a Nightmare in hand. Devolving this is a disaster. Maybe he found his second evolve. Or maybe he had the evolve all the time. Maybe that was the card that he was holding on to. Did he get any taunts? Nope, those are not taunts, so he's dead. Excellent. Just Nightmare here and hit some face. Like this. And even if he had one taunt, then I would still be able to dream that one away. He would have to have received multiple taunts. Mages can be tricky. What kind of mage is this going to be? His story might actually be good with the Potion of Madness. I might be able to sneak in that 1 damage with this story, because most of his minions are 2/3s. So I can definitely see some ways. I need to hold on to the coin for counterspell. Alright, let's discover a dragon. Operative. The others are too expensive. Hand Operative is good if this turns out to be a slower type of mage. I don't know yet. So that can be, there are so many things that can be. Counter spell, ice block. What if it's counter spell? Do I even spend a coin if it's into a counter spell? Let's hit face first, see if it's barrier. So it's not barrier. I would really like to proc the secret because he could have Medea's Valet in hand. I guess I can drop a Shadow Word Pain here. If it's counter spell, then Shadow Word Pain, it goes into that one. Okay, so that is probably an ice block. That would also have checked for Spellbend. So I didn't have a way to deal with that. It could of course also be a mirror entity still. I have the means to check for entity with Radiant Elemental, but I can't kill a Radiant Elemental. I can't kill a Dragon Operative either. But the only way that's a mirror entity is if this is Secret Mage. Do I believe this to be a Secret Mage or a Gunther Mage? Either way, if I fall too far behind, then it will be really bad for me. If it's entity and I give him cheap spells, that's bad. If it's not entity and I give him and I fall so far behind, then that's bad too. I think I'll take my chances. I don't believe it's an entity. I don't believe this is a Secret Mage. Either of Secret sounds good. Let's take that one. That's an ice block. Akshay, likely Gunther. Yeah, I think so too. I think if he was Secret Mage, I would have seen some indication of that already. I really believe so. I want to use the Eater of Secrets once he has more secrets up. And let's just send in more simple agents for now. Primordial Glyph discovers a priest spell when played as a priest, not a mage spell. Mage spells would be nice. Priest spells can also be nice, with the Priest of the Feast especially. I think I'll go with the Primordial Glyph. Because once he plays Alexstrasza, I will need some healing. I would need to find my Gluttonous Ooze before he finds his Medivh though. So that's one of the ways to lose this game. That's very aggressive use of Polymorph, by the way. Very aggressive use of Polymorph. Probably need to save the Priest of the Feast until the Alexstrasza. So what do I do in the meantime? If I play Radiant Elemental and Powered Shield, then he can just play Violence Portal on it. I have another Priest of the Feast in the deck. I believe I need to commit one now. Because this does not die to a Violence Portal. I just need to trust my deck that I find the other one before he plays the Alexstrasza. Or force him to use too much removal. He already played both Frostbolts, so that severely limits his reach. Okay, it does die to a Meteor. You got me there. Well, Elise dies to a Violence Portal. But I think Elise is the play here anyway. Trust in the heart of the cards. Yeah, Shark top-ups, absolutely. Now if he has Medivh, he has to make a choice. Does he play Medivh or does he play the Violence Portal? I take this to mean that he doesn't have either of them in hand. That was a pretty weak turn. So now there's both Counter Spell and Ice Block up. I mean, he obviously has another Ice Block. But I think this is still the turn to go for an Eater of Secrets. Is it? I can get rid of the counter spell. Let's say he wants to play Alexstrasza next turn. What do I do when he plays Alexstrasza? I need to have a taunt for when he plays Alexstrasza, because I don't have an immediate way to kill it. I have an immediate way to kill it. I have Shadow Word Death. I would also like to heal. That's 7, I will have 9 mana. Yeah, I can go either of Secret, Shadow Word Death and heal my face next turn. Which means that I'm able to play a Primordial Drake this turn. I could also play a Radiant Elemental, but that's so easy for him to get rid of. So this turn's Primordial Drake. If he plays Alexstrasza, I go either of Secret, Shadow Word Death, heal my face. There's the Alexstrasza. Because he is now protecting it with a counter spell. But unbeknownst to him, but beknownst to us, he didn't have a counter spell. That was a bit of a surprise. I really assumed that would be a counter spell. Oh well. Be that as it may. We're able to deal with that. I'm at 17, he can start trying to burn my face. Oh dear, that's really bad. He got the weapon before I got weapon removal. And he draws his second ice block as well. I mean, I could trade here. I could... Hi, OR. It's going okay. It's going okay. And I could Potion of Madness this. Hit. Hit this one at 1 health. Against his potential Flame Strike. I actually like that one. That's Potion of Madness here. I'll save the Dragonfire potions. And I get rid of the Medivh. And he already spent the Meteor. Yeah, or this is my own build. He already spent the Meteor, so Flame Striking these is relatively ineffective. It does give him a 7 drop, obviously. That's the ice block. Well, I can just Dragonfire Potion. He can Violence Portal ping the Primordial Drake next turn though. I think I still need to use a Dragonfire Potion this turn. Dragonfire Potion time. Yeah, let's Dragonfire Potion. Counter spell. I didn't expect that. Having seen Ice Block and Ice Barrier already, I did not expect a counter spell too. Okay, he definitely got me there. He definitely got me there. And Gluttonous Ooze, a little too late. Okay, so he was running Ice Block, Ice Barrier, and Counter Spell. I don't think I have ever seen anyone run that triple. They usually run 2 Ice Blocks and then 1 copy of one or the other, either Ice Barrier or Counter Spell. Yeah, or I had already seen Ice Barrier and Ice Block. So obviously I did not assume. I did not assume a counter spell. And if he's running double counter spell, then I will just lose. After seeing a barrier, I don't expect a counter spell. Absolutely. Play the Radiant Elemental here so that I get to feel my face a little. I haven't seen a single Violence Portal yet. I've seen both Frost Bolts. If he has a Violence Portal, I didn't want to give up on the Priest of the Feast because he could Violence Portal and ping. Whereas now I have the Priest of the Feast remaining so that I can try to heal with that. Alright, time to heal up. Not a healing spell. Too bad, I really wanted a healing spell. I could use 2 mana Mastis spell to draw a card. Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing I can do here. Even 1 mana Mastis spell, of course, because I have a Radiant Elemental. So I can heal up a little bit more and I can draw a card. Another Radiant Elemental probably doesn't really help. I guess Netherspite Historian is alright here. I can try to dig for something. But I can still heal my face this turn. Dragonid Operative seems like a good pick. And heal my face. So I get up to 12. He has the Violence Portals left and Fireballs left. He might win this game. He might actually win this game. He still has a bunch of burn left. Can he really have 2 Violence Portals and 2 Fireballs? Yeah, he can. He can have that. There's 2 fire... yeah, and another Glyph too. Oh man, he has so much left. Ungoro time? I assume so. Let's see what the pack gives me. Oh, he has already used the Meteor. He doesn't have a Meteor left. Okay, need to play an Operative. He had a Glyph. Yeah, well, yeah, he did have a Glyph. You're correct. Man, he still has a bunch of burn left in the deck. I would really need to be fast here. He might find his burn too fast. He might find his burn too fast. Oh man, another Glyph. What does he find? Ooh, Arcane Intellect. That's pretty good. Into another Arcane Intellect. That's even better. Into a Doomsayer. Well. I can book from the Doomsayer. Can I pop? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fireball for 6. He goes down to 8. I can pop him at 1. I can kill the Doomsayer and I can heal my face. Like this. Fireball face. 5 there. 2 there. 1 there. But I can still heal my face. So unless he has no ice blocks left, 2 ice blocks are gone, and he can't deal 13 in 1 turn. Whew. I think I need something faster. I have to assume it's going to be Pirate Warrior. Even though I have only seen Taunt Warriors so far as well. He's unlikely to have it. And even if he somehow does, like from a Glyph, then he still loses the minions. So then it just resets the game. This is definitely a hand that I want against a Pirate Warrior. I have my Ooze, I have my Potion, I have my Shadow Word. Is this a Pirate Warrior? I have to assume it is, because he didn't play the quest. And you would never mulligan the quest against a priest. I kind of like my beard. It's growing a little bit long again though. I would need to shorten it up a little. I like it the best when it's short. Now I missed this. Did he top deck that, or did he must have top decked that. He would have played it on 1, obviously. Otherwise. So he could have a South Sea Captain for next turn. So I believe Potion of Madness is the correct play here. to remove these minions. Because what if he plays Captain here? They become 2/2, so I Potion of Madness 1 and it becomes a 1/1 when it's on my side. You could also play Frothing. Frothing I can Shadow Word Pain. Is this weapon worth removing? There can still be Arcanite Reaper there. Arcanite Reaper is a threat. If he had an Arcanite Reaper, would he have upgraded this one? Or do I want to remove this one after he upgrades it again? That's also an option. If I kill this, he plays Frothing, what do I do? If I don't kill this, I remove the weapon, he attacks this into the ooze. He plays Frothing. Frothing is 4/4. I can't kill the Frothing. I think I'll Pain the pirate. Let's see if he upgrades the weapon again. Oh, that's a bad one though. That's a bad one though. I can probably go in with the Priest of the Feast though. Yeah, this is fine. I don't have to remove the weapon yet. I can remove the next weapon. Priest is going to heal me up. Yep, this is a good priest. It's going to fix me right up. Now he has to spend a lot to remove this. Or he could Spellbreaker it. So that it cannot heal anymore. Then it would still be a 3/6. These are interesting games. Games against Pirate Warrior. Alright, that's the Frothing. And everything to face, right? No. Oh, but this is a mistake. Now he buffs the Frothing beyond 4 health. Oh, I like that. I so like that. We're just casually going to slam an Orchard Cleric here and we're going to death the Frothing. And the Cleric challenges the South Sea deckhand now. Unless he has a Captain, in which case the deckhand is going to get a value trade. If he's even interested in value trading. But if he plays the Captain next turn, I can kill that with a Bookworm. So I don't really mind. And I guess the next weapon he plays is going to be used. I was able to outlast the first weapon. The second weapon is just going to be an ooze target. Yeah, that Arcanite Reaper right there. Value trading with your face, maybe. Look, look, he's trading. He wants to hold on to this 2 damage. That's a good piece of 2 damage. Do I remove this Arcanite Reaper? Yeah, I guess I do. I guess leaving that one up is just a little bit too much. Just a tiny little bit, maybe. I guess I can purple extras here. And we'll lose the Reaper. And now I have 2 minions that challenge the deckhand. Still have the Bookworm. Well, I can't Bookworm this now. Oh, but this is going to be so sweet. I'm going to take the double trade on that. I Bookworm this one. Yeah, that looks like the play to me. Let's take the double trade. You don't have to play the game 24/7 to go face and win games. I just want to jam with some priest. I don't want to hit face. Let's see, he's going to give up. I didn't have to hit his face at all. See, 0 face hitting, still winning the game. That's the way I like it. Aha, aha. So I was extremely likely to find it. with all those attempts. No. So that's a downside when you're running just one Shadow Word Death. That is definitely something you could consider, whether you would need to run two copies of Shadow Word Death. I think many decks in the current meta just don't have that much, or don't have that many big minions to use Shadow Word Death on. So running two can sometimes be pretty clunky. Like that Mage deck, for example, there are exactly two targets. Medivh and Alexstrasza, and potentially more from Atiesh, but for that there's Gluttonous Ooze. Which I, by the way, haven't found today a single time in time to prevent Atiesh. All the Gunther Mages have had full Atiesh value without me being able to deal with that. Sucks, but what can you do? I'm a little bit confused. Just a bit tired. Big Druid is a problem though. Yeah, Big Druid is something you can't really deal with Big Druid with Shadow Word Deaths. You're very unlikely to be able to deal with it with Shadow Word Deaths at least. I think I need to get Shadow Word Pain for this. And those I have 2 copies in the deck. So that's something that I am very likely to be able to find and use. And I'll drop Notchai Cleric also for good measure and trade away that minion. Okay, so Tar Creeper. Does that mean that this is an Elemental Shaman? Probably does. Hi Diano. Good to see you. So the Tar Creeper problem is that this is an Elemental Shaman, it's not a token build. So we're expecting stuff like Fire Elementals, Blaze Callers, Kalimos. Okay, that's a lot of Shadow Word Death targets. I can coin Elise, or I can draw a card. I think drawing a card is fine here. Let's draw a card. Alright. He's going to run a bunch of AoE, and there's those elementals. Well, that 4/5 is going to be pretty difficult to deal with. I really would have hit the Cleric. I can draw a card if I want anyway. He can't really prevent me from drawing. Ysera seems very slow in this meta. Yeah, where there's definitely an argument to be made that Ysera is not the best possible card. But I like Ysera, so... Yeah, and also that, because well, before I started playing this deck, I played against a lot of Priest. But after I started playing this deck, obviously I have not faced a single Priest. So... just the way things go. I think I'm going to draw a card. Yeah, this is the play. I hit there, I draw a card. Then I will coin the Twilight Drake. So now if he takes the value trade here, then the Twilight Drake threatens to kill the Servant. He can obviously play stuff like Thing from Below and or one of his many other taunts. If he clears some of this board, then I also have the possibility to Dragonfire Potion next turn. Yeah. A bunch of things I can do here. Like Dragonfire Potion is pretty good tempo right here. Do I want to commit the Dragonfire Potion already on this board? Next turn he can play Blaze Caller. I trade here. I could also just trade here and play Draconid Operative. What if he takes a value trade? If I Dragonfire Potion, then this is pretty much unchallenged except for Devolve. How do I deal with this one after it takes the value trade here? No, see, I guess I'll go with the Operative. He also has Jade Spirits in the deck. Interesting. I guess I'll grab Devolve here. Devolve is generally not that good against minions that have battle cries. Okay, but this is a Jade Elemental Shaman build. He might not even have Blaze Callers in that deck. Correction, he definitely has Blaze Callers in that deck. But he didn't have to have Blaze Callers in that deck. Alright, Netherspite Historian. Gives me Primordial Drake. Primordial Drake sounds good. Then I can also drop an Elise here. Okay, Jades and Elementals, so he's probably also running Spirit Echo. If he's running Jade Spirits and the Elementals, Spirit Echo seems reasonably likely. Does he have another Blaze Caller in hand? No, but he has a Hot Spring Guardian and extra Jade Spirits. Those are pretty sweet. So Primordial Drake doesn't really clean this up. Dragonfire Potion. And if I play Dragonfire Potion, then what do I do after that? Develop a Radiant Elemental? Time to commit a Dragonfire Potion here. And play a Radiant Elemental. Let's see if he has more Fire Elementals or Blaze Callers. So I'd like to use an AoE spell on this. So I could devolve Aya into a 5-drop, prevent the Jades from growing. A little 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't quite challenge Zuzera. He's going to have devolve in that deck though. Zuzera becomes an 8-drop. That's not too bad. I could also devolve into Primordial Drake. 2-drop, 1-drop, 5-drop. Devolve into Primordial Drake is pretty strong. Prevents the Jades from growing a little bit. Yeah, he could Spirit Echo these if I don't do something about them. I guess I need to do the devolve play. That Dragonid Operative is pretty good 5-drop. One of the highest value 5-drops. He doesn't have any dragons to activate it though, so even if he Spirit Echoes it, it's just a 5-6. He's unlikely to devolve here, because giving me a 7-drop is generally not very good. In this case I low rolled the 7-drop. We aren't even certain that he runs the Echo. Yeah, obviously we aren't certain, but that's one of the main ways that I can lose this game, is letting him echo the Aya. And he would also have enough mana to play another Jade Generator and echo that and Aya. And that would be one of the absolute main ways that I can lose. So you have to play around those possibilities that can make you lose. And not against other possibilities. But yeah, I obviously do not know for sure. Pretty annoying this Light Warden, by the way. I have to Shadow Word to paint it. I can discover a dragon, I can discover a card from his deck. I want to discover a card from his deck first. Because that could also give me some kind of solution to this. I don't have elementals right now, so I can't use these. I don't really have a use for Mana Tide either. I've already played both of my Radiant Elementals. Yeah, Operative sucks really bad, I know. I think I need to pick the biggest minion here. I need to paint that one. I guess I can play the Glimmer route. He doesn't have Thing from Below in his deck. Okay, he doesn't have Spirit Echo. He doesn't have Spirit Echo because he doesn't run Thing from Below. And now I have an elemental to activate the Blaze Caller. So this is going nicely. We take the trade here, so we get rid of that really annoying thing. We play Hot Spring Guardian that heals up here. 6 also for a little clunky mana wise. Yeah, but there's always the chance that I find an elemental somehow. If I don't, the 6/6 is better. If I do, then either is fine. I don't want Deathwing Dragonlord. I don't want all the dragons from my hand to the table. Or do I? Onyxia might be good. Scaled Nightmare is also pretty good. Force is a devolve. I guess I'll take the Deathwing. Let's take that. It pulls Ysera. It's fine. It's fine if it pulls Ysera. He could also devolve, of course. Yeah, okay, no. Nothing quite out of the ordinary. So this is the only turn that I can play Blaze Caller. There will not be another turn where Blaze Caller is active. I have no elementals left. I think I have a Glimmer Root left, but I'm a bit unlikely to find the value with that either, so here we go. Boom. And because I know he's running a ton of AoE in that deck, or at least suspect it, I think I need to trade away the Wrath of Air Totem. Do not give him a good Lightning Storm or something. He gets another one. Primordial Drake doesn't really do anything much here. Do I want a Deathwing Dragonlord that pulls 2 Primordial Drakes from my hand? Because I totally have an option to do that. I really don't want to get this one down to 1 health either. Inconvenient. Alright. I guess this is the turn when I... Do I even kill that one? This is the turn where I jam the Deathwing Dragonlord. And jam 11 to his face. Alright. This is the turn when Deathwing Dragonlord and jamming 11 to face is an option. Alright, he gets a couple of value trades. That's all cool and everything. Like I care so much. That's exactly enough damage to kill Deathwing. I'll just jam a Primordial Drake here. Heal up my Deathwing. Push for some face damage. Oh, that's really too late right now. That's like so much too late. He really needed something much bigger here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.